What if, for thousands of years, the Earth wasn't just dying, it was being tested? In the shadows of time, where legends sleep and monsters once ruled, a war unfolded, not between humans but between titans, one forged in the crucible of Earth's primal chaos, the other born from the void between stars. This is the story they buried. Welcome to No-Chill Nature, where the wildest truths are unleashed. Chapter 1. A World of Monsters. 65 million years ago, Earth wasn't just wild, it was alien. Oxygen levels were nearly twice what they are today. Plants grew like skyscrapers, dragonflies had wingspans of 2 feet, giant ferns towered like trees, forests hummed with the sounds of creatures long lost to time. This was not just a different ecosystem, it was a different reality. The dinosaurs ruled this world, a kingdom of thunder and blood. Every biome was shaped by their presence. Swamps were carved by the weight of sauropods. Mountains echoed with the cries of territorial predators. Oceans teemed with aquatic reptiles longer than buses. These were not creatures. These were titans. Imagine the ground shaking beneath the 100-ton weight of the Argentinosaurus, its every step creating tremors that echoed across continents. The forests teemed with Utah raptors, intelligent, coordinated, and capable of slicing through flesh with their retractable claws. And then the Tyrannosaurus rex, with bite forces reaching over 12,000 psi, could crunch through bone like it was paper. But these predators weren't isolated killers. They may have lived in groups, hunted strategically, even mourned their dead. New research suggests many of them had complex social behaviors. Some may have even communicated with low-frequency rumbles like elephants, calls that could travel miles through dense jungle. Their senses were attuned to a level of nature we can hardly fathom. They didn't just survive, they dominated. And yet, despite all their evolutionary dominance, they vanished. Not gradually, not from a slow decline, but suddenly. Species disappeared across continents in a blink of geologic time. The question isn't just how, it's why, and maybe even who. Chapter 2. The First Contact, Shadows from the Sky. What if extinction didn't start with fire, but with observation? The final 1,000 years of the dinosaurs' reign weren't peaceful. Geological records reveal chaos beneath the surface. Ancient lava layers show unexplained radiation spikes, inconsistent with any known solar flare. Magnetic fields wobbled violently. Something massive and unnatural disrupted the Earth's magnetic spine. Gravity anomalies hint that something truly vast, the size of a floating city, hovered over Earth, slowed by unseen propulsion. It didn't fall, it didn't burn, it stopped, suspended above the planet's surface as if scanning it. Soil samples in Mongolia show fused silicates, not from lightning, not from meteor strikes, but something else. Glass that was created without fire, circular scorch marks, complex geometric patterns etched into the Earth like crop circles, but tens of thousands of years older. And then came the biological signs. Fossils of hadrosaurs with precise puncture wounds that match no predator. Skeletons with cellular damage resembling radiation poisoning. Massive herds, once migratory, whose footprints vanish mid-trail. No blood, no predators, just empty ground. This was not nature, this was technology. Something hovered, something watched, and when it decided to act, chaos began. Chapter 3. Genetic Experiments. The dinosaurs were rewritten. The fossil record holds secrets we were never meant to find. Some dinosaurs changed in ways science can't explain. Within a few thousand years, a blink in evolutionary time, new anatomical features appeared. Entire clades developed armor. Nervous systems became more centralized. Predators exhibited unnatural symmetry in their bones, suggesting manipulation. One fossilized theropod was found with metallic residue, non-terrestrial elements embedded in its tissue. A sauropod from South America showed signs of a second spinal brain node, something seen nowhere else in evolutionary history. Even more disturbing was a pterosaur with wing membranes laced with carbon filament-like structures. When reconstructed in labs, these wings proved strong enough to support impossible gliding speeds. These weren't adaptations. These were upgrades. Something or someone was modifying dinosaur DNA, testing for strength, resilience, and compliance. Some species showed signs of forced evolution, as if being shaped into tools or soldiers. But the plan backfired. Fossils show violent in-group attacks, packs of raptors turning on their leaders, predators with no injuries fleeing into water, something they never did before, mutiny among monsters. The weapons were rebelling. Chapter 4. The Final Purge, Extinction by Design. Everyone knows the asteroid story, but what they don't tell you is that extinction had already begun. Long before the Chicxulub impact, the fossil record reveals an eerie pattern. Certain species vanished without explanation. Others showed widespread stress, starvation, migration disorder, hormonal imbalances. And then the skull holes, tiny uniform perforations found in the craniums of multiple species, all centered around the hippocampus and brainstem. Too precise for natural causes, too consistent for coincidence. Some suggest parasites. Others propose something darker, neural data harvesting. Fossils from the same era are embedded with tiny glass spheres, microtectites, not just at impact zones but in neat grids thousands of miles away. These were targeted strikes, scorched regions with no fire, burn marks without ash. A frequency swept through the biosphere, one not meant to kill, but to disable. And when the last resistance had fallen, the final move came. The asteroid wasn't a stray rock, it was a weapon, the sterilizer, the delete button. Because the experiment, the attempt to create the perfect bioweapons, had failed, and something decided to start over. Chapter 5. Survivors of the Old War. Not every creature died. Some survived, and maybe some were allowed to. Crocodiles. Perfectly efficient, brutally effective. They haven't changed in over 200 million years. Their physiology is machine-like. Some believe they were early prototypes that passed every test. Unquestioning, adaptable, cold-blooded killers. Sharks. Evolution's time travelers, capable of detecting bioelectric fields and tracking prey miles away with no line of sight. Some deep-sea specimens show symmetrical scars and metallic fragments in their gills, foreign objects with no natural explanation. Turtles. Gentle nomads with an uncanny resistance to cancer and cellular aging. Leatherbacks have magnetic sense. Galapagos giants live for centuries. They move slowly. But what if their longevity was part of the plan? Birds. The last living dinosaurs. They survived by evolving, adapting, escaping the battlefield by taking to the skies. Certain species of birds have been observed performing complex mimicry, magnetic migration, and even tool use. Octopuses. So different from everything else on Earth, they might as well be aliens. 3 hearts, blue blood, distributed intelligence across their limbs, and an ability to camouflage in ways we still can't replicate. Lab experiments show they can recognize faces, escape enclosures, and even mimic other species. These species aren't just relics, they're messages, echoes of the past, proof that the Watchers never stopped watching. Chapter 6. Are they back? The signs are everywhere, if you know where to look. Reports from military pilots describe flying triangles that defy inertia. Civilians speak of animals found with cleanly removed organs, no blood, no tracks. Entire forests fall silent before strange lights appear. In 2019, a carcass washed ashore in Siberia. Reptilian scales, avian bone structure, and eyes that glowed faintly even after death. DNA testing returned anomalous results, with gene sequences not found in any known life form. Governments deny everything, but black budget files leaked from whistleblowers mention a program known as Project Osiris, an attempt to resurrect ancient genomes using CRISPR and alien tech recovered from crash sites. Strange harmonics have been detected in caves, deserts, and even Antarctica, all matching the vibration patterns found in ancient fossil sites. And across remote areas, people share the same nightmare, a massive eye in the sky, not mechanical, not alive, something else. Watching, waiting. Chapter 7. The War Reawakens, the Future of Earth. Seismic patterns beneath the Earth's crust now match those found near the Chicxulub crater, but there are no active faults. Biological labs report cloned dinosaur embryos displaying unexpected mutations, extra limbs, hybrid organs, foreign protein structures that defy analysis. Deep in government vaults, alien devices start to hum, some untouched for decades. Satellites pick up strange radio bursts from near-Earth orbit, repeating every 66 million seconds. The age of the extinction. This is not coincidence. The war is returning. Aliens are moving again. Maybe they never stopped. Their machines pulse beneath our cities. Their genetic blueprints leak into our species. And the dinosaurs. They may not rise as they once were, but as something new. Hybrids, guardians, weapons. Humanity has cracked open the vault of the past, and what's spilling out might be our replacement. This isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning of the next chapter. Thank you for journeying into the terrifying truths of prehistory and cosmic design. This is No Chill Nature, where monsters are real and extinction is a decision. Subscribe if you dare, because the Watchers are always watching.